Okay, so once again, Ambling Retirees 2021 highlights. Enjoy.
Again, we started the year off first day. We went to Publishers Park for a walk and saw a bald eagle. Felt like that was a good omen for a great year. We ended up in Middleton at Duff Pond for a walk in January. Gorgeous, gorgeous park. And again, able to amble in our backyard. Highly recommend. This is also in Middleton. Jimmy had a friend he wanted to send the picture to. I thought it was fun to include. As if he didn't have enough going on with motorcycles that he'd completed and had delivered at this point, and his Honda 90 and his Hodakas, he decided to buy a Jeep. The good news here is it doesn't need any work. It's just a lot of fun. Took it up to Initial Point, drove all the way up to the top in it, and did so without four-wheel drive. Have one of our favorite meals here. It's fajita meat, 3 different kinds, fantastic. And of course, then had to do a brisket, gorgeous ring around that baby. One of the things that I think is important to be mindful of with all things COVID that we were continuing at this point to go through is mindology. My dear friend I went to school with in Caldwell created this. There's huge science behind it. And if I can gift you with something that will help you when you're feeling anxious or scared, etc., sad, these things work. I encourage you to try them. Thank you, Troy. We had our baby girl. Welcome to the world, Remy Joy. February, we ambled up toward the old Idaho State Penitentiary. This was the warden's residence, and when I was young, my grandfather was warden there, so I spent time there as a little. Part of the drive in the Jeep up that way. We got snow in February. So on the one side, I put almost how it started. I actually started cross-country skiing with my Aunt Denise, but definitely got Josh into it, took the kids up, had a great time at Ponderosa Park in McCall. But so we've got the almost how it started and the how it's going. February 2021, Jimmy and I got snowshoes, and we were able to go snowshoe around our neighborhood. March, we ended up taking the Jeep for a drive in the Emmett area, literally ambling in our own backyard. And we went up to meet the baby. Got to spend time with the family again. Meet Marissa's Stella. Play with the boys. Got home and the chickens decided to come to visit. I thought that was too cute to not share. Jimmy made paella, celebrated his birthday. Our bonus son, Billy, who we got to spend great time with as he was growing up in Kellogg, had a baby girl. So we went and met Andromeda. Picture of her from April of that year. Had to spend some time, relaxing, just chilling out, drinking a beer. We took a night and went to McCall, still cold up there, but we got a night at the Holiday Inn Express, which is one of our favorite places, and had a huge meal of Chinese food in downtown McCall. Still enjoyed being able to get away, even though it wasn't gorgeous weather. In May, we started house hunting for Stephanie. She's going to move from Texas at this point, and thankfully I can tell you now, a little spoiler alert, she does. Mother's Day, got to go out for a beer with Andrew and have crab legs for dinner. This plant that Stephanie sent, incredible. Malcolm had a birthday. It was super fun to watch this grow. We did more playing in the Jeep. June comes in. We get to go to the wedding of a good friend. Play around with Snapchat filters because things get a little boring when you're just hanging out all the time. We did go to Idaho Falls. Spent a couple nights out on that trip. Beautiful area. We talk all the time about going back. Jimmy got to go into the largest surplus store in Idaho. It was on his bucket list. He got to check that off. We went back to Coeur d'Alene. We got to see Stephanie from Texas while she was there, celebrate Dax's birthday. We actually stayed with my brother and his wife, and that was extra special time. Skate Plaza for Dax's birthday. Marissa and Ethan invited us up to their place for dinner. Jimmy got to drive, I'm going to say a backhoe. I'm going to hope that's right. Had a really good time. That was another bucket list item he was able to check off. He was super excited, super happy. Thanks to Ethan. So fun to watch Keith mimic Jimmy. He just watched everything he was doing and observed it and really connected. It was super fun. Went to Beauty Bay again and had a lot of fun. Friends, neighbors, family, great time. Always love having the kids together. Got a shot of Mom. If you know Mom, you know how difficult that is and what a special treat it is to have her agree to a picture, even if it's reluctantly, or if in this case it's unknown. July, I started working out. I joined Beachbody. I'm happy to say that I'm still doing that, and I'm happy to say, spoiler alert, that I got Jimmy to do it with me. Found this echinacea field near us. Had to stop for pictures. Just acreages of these flowers. They're just beautiful. Jimmy grew another wonderful garden. Tomatoes taller than he is. We have a gal in Boise who's a good friend of Andrew's who does a backyard comedy show, and we attended that. So again, ambling in our own backyard. It was super fun. We're going again this month. In July, we bought a tent trailer and took it out in August overnight to McCall. Had a nice time. This was when Jimmy decided he was going to start working out with me. Pretty flowers have to capture. I worked over the summer, so getaways were sparse, and the content of this is a little bit less accordingly. Still remember to go out and have a good beer. Here's where Jimmy started working out. Jeep drive one day, back in Coeur d'Alene the next. It's the end of August, and Remy is going to be dedicated. So we have family gathered again. Scott and Becky are always the best hosts and hostesses with always having a bonfire or dinner or having everybody gather at their place. This was extra special in my opinion because my brother and sister-in-law were asked to be godparents, and my other brother was the one who did the dedication. Adore family. Love being able to share these connections. September, we took a little jaunt to Riggins, stayed in an Airbnb for a couple of nights and checked out some property in Kamei. We're very interested in getting some property, and we'd been looking prior to this, but definitely trying to find a place that's closer to the kids that we can travel to easier and meet and gather. October, we did our annual elderberry picking. The friends who introduced us on a blind date a gazillion years ago were in town. We got to watch their daughter play volleyball, hang with them, and go out to dinner. Great time. In November, we got to go to Eppie's and use the gift certificate that the kids had gotten for us. Had a wonderful dinner. Went to Banks and fished along the Payette River. And went to Pacific Beach and spent the better part of a week. Ended up in the quarters there. We'd gone there with the kids years ago and decided it was just going to be a really nice getaway late in the year for us. But it was Thanksgiving break. Weather was great, and we made the best of a getaway. December, we went to see Hamilton. Army lost, and Jimmy was the one to lose the bet this time and had to wear the hat in public. It wasn't enough to just have his picture taken of it at home. Merry Christmas.
And cheers.
And cheers.